Final best of 3 of Group B here at Meta Madness. Battlefield of Eternity is the map. Team Daykwaza against Team Drakyr. Let's go, everybody. So let's start to have a look at what the two teams can fire off. We have 11 pre-bans all down here, obviously. And again, every single hero that gets played in the series can only be played once. So after the first map, the 10 heroes that were played are not allowed to be picked anymore. But yeah, it would actually be pretty interesting to see if we're gonna get some crazy heroes from the two teams. Especially the blue team is one that leans to some interesting picks every now and then. They definitely have the confidence heading into it. But after what we just saw between Team Drakyr and Team Nagrom, I gotta admit that the red team has a lot of momentum coming into the series. And probably a lot of confidence too. So we'll see if they can pull this off. This is all the group stage. It's a little bit of a warm-up. And that means that it's just for seeding. So if you're losing here, you're not out of the tournament or anything. But it's definitely going to make your playoffs a lot harder. Yeah, if you are ending up 4th place in the group and you have to go up against the winner of the other group, then obviously that's a much tougher match than vice versa. So yeah, we'll see how things go here now. We have Enubarak banned out, we got Li Ming banned, it's Battlefield of Eternity after all, with Hanzo already eliminated. There's always a chance there. Already we got Muradin. Well, I want to say with Hanzo already eliminated, there's always a chance, you know, that we get some of the other heroes that are usually good at damage dealing on battlefield banned out. That's the case with Li Ming being got rid of. So there's a few more. Lunara oftentimes plays a bit of a role here too, and he could ban her out as well. Chromie has been played a lot in Battlefield of Eternity, so that's another one. And yeah, we'll see. But there's Genji. So they deny Genji to the blue team. Personally, I'm curious what Breeze is going to play. And No Game No Life, he played some pretty incredible games on some of these heroes. And I think that's also the reason why they're banning Genji here, because he popped off multiple times in the previous matches that they played in this group. So they are starting with Sylvanas now. It was a fantastic first pick, of course. So good for them. And still, what's the counter? Yeah, they get Lunara and they get Diablo. Alright, so Lunara is in. I mentioned her in the context of heroes that are still decent with the damage output here. I mean, for Sylvanas, this is true too. We've seen a couple of Jimmys. Jim with Exterminator can still be played here. He's still good against the Immortal. And the cool thing about Meta Madness and the heroes that are being banned out is that some heroes are just not played anymore because they are vulnerable to attacks from really mobile and agile heroes. Mobility creep has been a thing in heroes for a long time. But if those heroes are eliminated through bans, then all of a sudden the other heroes become real options again. So that's something that we've seen now multiple times. Tyrande being played a bit more here. Jimmy being played occasionally. And I think this is going to continue throughout the event, especially when we're heading into the playoffs, of course. But here comes the ban on Sonya. We have Tychus now taken on Battlefield of Eternity. He's honestly someone that I expected to see in one of the later games, but they're using him against Diablo here, so with the bigger they are, he can chunk him down quickly, and then the rest of the team can deliver the final blow. With Garrosh, banning out Anduin makes a lot of sense too. Because right now, Anduin gets picked time and time again whenever you see a Garrosh on the other side, and every time you flip a hero in, it's like zip, and he gets them. So, yeah. But I want to see if they're maybe thinking about playing Azaria here. That's always an option when you're playing Garrosh. Not so sure about it though. They still need a side lane. I honestly don't think that they can afford it looking at it right now. They need a side lane and they need a support. Nah, it's not going to happen. But we get Khaldor with Aurea, and we have Drakyr and Thrall. Depending on what they're picking for soaking, we're going to see Thrall with Crash Lightning in the 4-man. That's honestly right now what I would expect, unless of course they're shifting heroes over in the swap round. But there's Malfurion for the heals, and Urel for Daykwaza. And Samuro, finally soaking gets a Samuro. It was banned time and time again when Team Drakyr faced off against Team Nagrom, but now he gets Samuro and he can show what he can do with that boy. But they're going up against a real tough opponent. Team Daykwaza is quite strong, and we'll find out which team takes the lead in this best of 3 series in Group B of Meta Madness. Let's go. Battle time! Daykwaza for the blue team. With Urel, we have Jalap on Tychus, Henning on Malfurion, Breeze on Garrosh, and no game, no life on Sylvanas. On the right side, Team Drakyr with the man himself playing Thrall. Question here obviously being Crash Lightning, yes or no. Herath is playing Lunara. We got Soaking on Samuro, already moving up to the top lane, so it makes it more likely that we're going to see some pink for Thrall. Cascon on Urel. And Stalk plays Diablo. Level 1, the Righteous Assault and the Way of the Wind. I mean, honestly, depending on what kind of talents Samuro's going to pick here throughout the game, you would think that the hero is just a giant farting machine. The Way of the Wind, One with the Wind, and like intensive winds and whatever. Falset and Samuro are battling a little bit for that position, but you can only... I mean, I can totally see that someone at Blizzard that was designing the heroes and was looking at some of the talent names just got high as fuck when they legalized weed in California and went for one inside farting joke after another. I mean, we're going to keep an eye on the talents that he takes here, but keep that in mind the next time that they're playing one of the two and that you're making your choices. So, as it is, we already have the top side going on, and like, I don't know, but apparently I'm drunk today, so I already prepped the overlay, but for some reason it's too hard to press the save button. So yeah, sorry guys, it's a little bit much right now. I gotta say that for next Meta Madness, I'm probably gonna get some assistant that helps me to keep track of the heroes that are banned throughout the series, because currently I'm spending most of the time after the draft in between the games to just make sure that the players know exactly which heroes are still available for which map. And for some reason, the scoreboard is suffering today. It's been a long week. It's been a very long week. A lot of preparations, a lot of casting, a lot of other stuff. So yeah, it kind of shows. Thank God it's Friday. But then again, the weekend is also full of Master Clash events. So yeah, it's not really stopping there. Either way, while we're having the action going on at the bottom of the map, it seems that with the kill on Diablo, they are opening another opportunity for Sylvanas to help them out with the lane push. So the entire wall is going to get taken down here too. Yeah, already the 2 stacks for Thrall. I mean, it was expected that he's going for his Trash Lightning here. And up at the top, I mean, they're battling Daykwaza, but the two of them are really struggling. He steals the camp! Are you kidding? The camp is taken. Daykwaza dies, but he takes the camp from them. I call that a win. I call that a win.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh yeah, Daykwaza is the king of the offlane. He's the new Wooby. It's incredible. He died, granted, but still, him taking the camp away from the two of them is just insane. So, well, we got now the one with the wind. I'm telling you guys, one of those guys got high. And now with level 4 talents on both sides, it also gives us the bigger they are. So Stock needs to be careful when he faces off against Tychus, and he's going to be burnt down quickly. That's especially true, by the way, if Garrosh is getting a good flip on him. So, yeah, that's another one. But then again, either way, we have the first objective popping up in 3 seconds. Not a lot of stacks for Thrall. Just saying. Thrall is having some trouble getting his stacks together, and that's always bad news. But maybe now, when they're facing off in the middle of the map for Immortal number 1, he can get some. So, we'll see. Yeah, nice engage by Stalk, and goodbye Sylvanas. That was well played. They just had the perfect timing on that engage and the angle. And Sylvanas realized quickly, this isn't happening. I'm not getting through the gate in time. So that's the kill right there. Either way, down to the bot lane. We now get Soaking, still defending, but they are dropping the fort. And that's honestly, well, maybe they're not. But this one is going to fall one way or another within a few seconds. And I gotta say that this is pretty impressive, because what you're trying to accomplish with the first Immortal is maybe taking the fort down. If you have a great first objective, you take that structure down. Team Daykwaza pulled that off without even utilizing the objective. And they might lose it, but they also still have a chance to win this thing and go straight for the second one. So that is a fantastic start into the game, despite the fact that they already lost to heroes. But here's exactly the situation that I described earlier. Thrall gets the flip on Diablo. Tychus burns him down with the minimap. With the minigun, and the rest of the team then delivers the final blow. Now, it's going to be a bit of a race, but the early level 7 is also going to help Team Daykwaza. 5 stacks for Thrall. He's trying to get a bit more. Khaldor gets flipped, and here comes the next move. They are hoping for the damage as Malfurion follows up with the root, and Auriel is murdered. Henning on the run. Samuro, he gets the kill. They might get another one. Breeze is a bit low too, but so is Soaking. And that's a grenade straight to the face of Samuro. Jeez, death and decay everywhere. Daykwaza nearly dropping stock again. We got 4 kills to 3 level 7 talents on both sides now. And the halftime show victory for the blue team. Yeah, they are definitely tricky to deal with. These guys are just super strong. Breeze, of course, he still got it. No game, no life on the side lane. Sorry, on the damage is doing a great job. And let's not forget about Daykwaza, who's just absolutely crushing people on the side lane. It's honestly a bit of a shame because he gets so many solo kills on the side lane, and most of the time that's not really supposed to happen. So more often than not, they're not even on camera. You have like a totally even side lane situation, and then he just comes in and gets easy solo kills. But with Sylvanas, they can, with a push, go straight for the top again. And I think this is the second fort that falls here. I mean, they're pushing past the fort already. And now Drakyr, he's getting attacked. It's heals from Auriel. Maybe Breeze falls. No. Soaking is dancing around with the Samuro. And he's doing work, don't get me wrong, but it's just not enough. It's not enough right now. They took the second fort down. We're 6 minutes into the game, and they don't have a fort any longer. That's just nasty. That's just absolutely nasty. So Yrel is back to the bottom of the map. Sylvanas is already in position to start with the next camp here. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. 20,000 damage for Lunara, 16,000 for Sylvanas. And they're half a level away, not even from level 10. The question at this point is really, what are you going to do when you have level 10? What can you do? It seems like they're moving to the top side immediately so that they can use it to open the wall up and maybe even get some damage at the keep. Yeah, the timing is perfect. They arrive at the top lane and they just hit their rogue abilities. They could even just have popped Odin here. They're gonna have enough time. Yeah, nice whip. Khaldor comes in, whips Breeze into a corner, but the wall is open. Now they got vision. Even if Diablo flips them in, it's not gonna be an issue. And as long as they just open the wall up, that's already a win. Open the wall up, prep for the next big immortal that you're gonna get, maybe for a camp that you're sending through the top lane eventually. And you're gonna be in a good position to do slowly and steadily free damage on the keep. Thrall has, by the way, gotten a bit more stacks on his level 1. He's sitting at 11. If you're not really familiar with the talent, pretty much what happens when you have 30 stacks is that you complete your quest and the bouncers are prioritizing heroes, which allows you to just target anything in range, being it a structure or a minion, and you will do hero damage. So it's a fantastic upgrade, and it's an immensely powerful talent, but it's a bit tricky to get it completed in time. And it's only really the case if you're able to join the 4-man. So on a map like Battlefield of Eternity, we normally have a 1-4 split at the beginning of the game, and if you're having a side lane Thrall, he's never going to complete this quest. If you have him in the 4-man, though, that's a different story. Samuro, by the way, got absolutely crushed here. Samuro got absolutely destroyed. Face checked the push, and they just said, alright, buddy, goodbye, see you later, not today, my friend. Yeah, Samuro got popped like a pimple. He just disappeared. Now, we have the bot lane pressuring. Halftime show victory for the blue team once again, and they're already working on it over here. Samuro, now that he's back, has to deal with the bottom of the map because the wall is going to get attacked there soon. So, yep, there's the Blade Storm action. But it's going to be another immortal for Team Daykwaza. They are merciless here. Well, yeah, they get the immortal, but can they survive? Ooh, maybe not. Nope, Sylvanas is dead. The barbecue play from Diablo. Lightning Breath is in. And there we go. That is actually a pretty good combo. I gotta say, I don't know why, but that is not bad. Diablo riding the shark. I don't know why, but that's kind of cool. Interesting. Didn't think I would like that. Yeah, it got something. Anyways, Sylvanas is back, but obviously her dying is a bit annoying because she would have been real helpful with the push. She's dealing with the top lane now, and instead they're using Tigers to take the bottom wall down pretty quickly. Neo Steel Coning is now also available, so they got their level 13. And they get damage on the keep. I'm not sure that they can get the entire thing, but even just some damage is already worth it here. Aegis, the flip, Stalk in trouble. And they got the minigun again, and here comes the follow-up. Stalk is down, he had his stacks, but Sylvanas is also now with the team. She pushed the top lane a bit, and then she joined up with the rest of them. So now they can maybe make another approach for the keep itself, and it's already down to 50%. So there's definitely an opportunity here, especially with the talent advantage that they're running. Stalk is moving back in. They're desperately trying to push them away. And so far it's working out for them. But Malfurion pops the ult, and that gives them enough hit points to move in again. The whip into the empty space. But I think they're going to let this slide for now. Now up at the top, seems like at least the tower is going to fall. They still maintain that one level advantage that they established earlier. Samuro now with a Shukuchi. And level 16 is still going to take a while, so assuming that we are having the next Immortal with even talents, it's going to be the best opportunity for Team Drakyr to slowly try and fight back. 40,000 damage for Lulinara, 26,000 for Tigers. And everybody just moving back up towards the camps now. Yeah, Samuro isn't here though, so that's a bit of a problem. Breeze goes in deep, maybe a little bit too deep, but they get another lock on Dibbles. And with Tigers, it's just too much damage. So now Samuro in the back, again with another kill. He gets it. He takes the kill, he wants number 2, and he has to back out before he can kill Malfurion. But it was a close call for sure. Thrall, though, able to take Tigers. And now we have 6 kills in total for Team Drakyr. So they're bringing this back a bit. And with the Immortal spawning in 4 seconds, all of a sudden they might have a shot for a first objective in this game. They definitely closed the gap in experience a bit. So there's an opportunity now. They're trying to poke. It's all about buying time now for the blue team. Breeze is the only one that hasn't died yet. Sylvanas actually already died 3 times. But despite the fact that they took both of the forts down, this is a bit spicy. And Samuro is doing work. I mean, again, there was a reason why Team Nagrom banned him every single time. But Diablo gets flipped. Diablo gets the minigun treatment. Actually, not quite, because Jelab isn't here. Dropped in damage regardless, but the minigun wasn't available for them. But if they get another move like that, then yeah, it's going to happen once more. 15 on the board now. Halftime show victory. Very easy for them. But how are they going to play this out? And look at Thrall. Thrall is at 21 stacks. He's at 28,000 damage. He's the second highest damage dealer on his team. And is also starting to close in very quickly on the top damage for that Team Daykwaza has. So this is starting to become very dangerous for the blue team. Because if this continues and a bit more time is bought, then Thrall will complete his quest. Even talents on 16 would also be important. Samuro is already getting real dangerous again as he's starting to chase Sylvanas. She's also trying to bring this back though. The fight at the bottom. Aegis saves Diablo as the minigun was utilized again. And by now we're having Henning also with a Tranquility. Barbecue against Breeze, but that's not going to do anything. It's not going to get the kill. Instead, stun into the Immortal stun. Stalk in trouble. The heal is there and the root just barely misses. But this camp is on its way to drop the bottom keep, and that forces Team Drakyr to retreat. Now Sylvanas can deal with the top, as the team is now going for the Immortal. Diablo is slowly starting to come back after he just got back to the Nexus. And we're having the team moving up against Breeze now. Nice stun into the wall. But yeah, Daykwaza gets away, doesn't have his ult. Drakyr is low and he dies. And Stalk, of course, is also in trouble because he's completely isolated. Yeah, gets taunted too, he's dead. Samuro still zipping around, but Oriel is about to die, and Bambi is also low and gets the mace to the face, and that is the end of her. Seems like Soaking is also gonna fall, but at least he was able to get the Immortal for them. The problem is that it might be the end of the game, because the keep is already at 50% HP, and they are starting to go straight for it. And with another 14 to 10 seconds until Thrall is back, they might just have the opportunity to go for a kill. They have all 5 back on the map. And this is not looking good for Team Drakyr. They had Samuro take the Immortal, but I don't think that's enough. Diablo back in 5. Thrall is back, but the core is falling. Breeze is already threatening Thrall, and the core drops way too quickly. Dame Daykwaza with a victory in game number 1 of the best of 3 series here at the Meta Madness group stage.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Great performance by Team Daykwaza on the first map. Now we're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Our second map of this series, the final series of Group B for the seeding, for the main event. The Meta Madness warm-up. Okay, so 10 heroes are banned, or not available anymore, because they were played on the first map. Now we have 11, of course, the ones down here, permanently banned from the group stage. And with that, there's another chance for Team Drakyr to force map number 3. Let the games begin. What are we getting this time? Tomb of Spider Queen is always a map where you can come in with some ideas. That's the map where we saw Cho'Gath, for example, when Team Smexy played for the first time. That's the map where you can occasionally bust out your Probius or your Murky. And technically, if you want to go for some wave clear shenanigan, like a Ragnaros or a Nazeebo, you could also do that. So, yeah. Kerrigan gets banned. Tyrell gets banned too. I love how there's a couple of respect bans that are just so far out, and now that people have seen Breeze's Tyrell again, they're just looking at us like, no. No, that is not a hero that we want to deal with. We're really sorry, but that's not going to be a thing, so yeah. But yeah, next ban. Ban number 2 for this one. What are they afraid of? Anduin. I guess they want to play Leo. At this point, if you... I mean, Anduin is annoying anyways. But if you're banning out Anduin now, then that would signal to me that you want to play a hero that Anduin is very good against. And the first thing that comes to mind is Leoric. So that's not necessarily a first pick, I don't think it will be. But Leoric would be one of the options here. Because when you come in with the Entomb and there's just Anduin on the other side, and all of a sudden they just like... he just zips targets out of the trap. I mean, it's super annoying. So yeah, Anduin would be one example. You go for Nubarak first. Okay, we got the big beetle. And the blue team. I can totally see one of the teams going for a curveball here. Gul'dan, alright, very early in the game, and Muradin. Yeah, Dwarf can hop around a little bit and provide those storm bolts. Save himself, as Gul'dan is providing all of the wave clear. We've seen it a lot in the group stage. Definitely a lot. But yeah, with the Nubarak, Frost Dog now, if they want to go in the side lane, again, Leo is an option. Another reason why you would ban out Anduin is maybe you're afraid of some light bomb combo. It's another thing, of course. It's not only about his trade. Yeah, they go for Dehaka. Okay, so they are not going for any Leo shenanigans. Deckard Cain, Dehaka, and Nubarak. That's a lot of CC already. There's a lot of CC, a lot of slows. You can really lock a target down hard with that. And they're definitely aware of that too. Okay. Maiev gets banned. Yeah, that would be quite the front line. If you have Maiev and Nubarak and Dehaka against you, imagine that. You can just let go of the keyboard and stop playing the game. There's like nothing you can do anymore. Once the CC chain hits you, you're just like sitting there like, yeah. See you guys in 5 minutes. Alright. But Ana gets banned, so no nano boost on the mage. Come on, boys, I want to see something now. Greyman is, by the way, also up. Muradin and Tyrande, and they go for Leo. Oh, okay, so we get Muradin and Tyrande, the good old comp. I mean, back in the day, that was literally the composition. Muradin, Tyrande, and then oftentimes Jaina. And you would just have the 3 of them roam the map from one lane to another. Not even Tomb, pretty much any map. Dragonshire, for example. And they would just try to get like stun into burst damage. And they would just get kill. Miranda. Old school. Keltas. They have a shit ton of CC. They have 2 globals. Granted, 2 is small, but still. And they have CC on nearly every single hero. And here comes Genji. Alright. Genji. Human Spider Queen. Map number 2. Let's see if we're going to a 3rd game in this one as well. Or if Team Daykwaza gets the 2-0 victory over Team Drakyr. Second game. Daykwaza on Leoric. Breeze on Muradin. We got Handing on Tyrande. Jelab on Gul'dan. And no game, no life on his Genji. On the right side of the map, Team Drakyr. They need to bring it back, of course, if they want to force the final map of the series and have a chance to win this one. Cascode on Deckard Cain. You got Soaking on the Haka. I mean, at this point, it's not a name, it's a job description. Stalk on Anubarak, Drakyr on Falstad, and Hirath on Kelthos. Ashalanore. Salami. Yeah, he likes salami pizza. The Italian mage. Mamma mia, salami. Alfredo. In the local supermarket, they actually got some really nice salami pepperoni pizza. I always appreciate that if you have supermarkets that have decent pizza. I mean, obviously, it's never going to reach the same thing as if you're going to a proper restaurant and a proper pizzeria. But still, if you have at least, you know, like some that are decent, that are okay, when you're in a pinch, I'd always appreciate that. And I think Genji appreciates the kill opportunity against the Nubarak because he doesn't say no to that, jumps in and gets the first blood of the game. That was a quickie. 1 minute mark hasn't even passed yet and already Genji is doing his thing. So they banned Genji on the first map for a reason. I explained that, I talked about it. Oh, that was a really nice gravity lapse though. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't follow up on it too well. No Game No Life realizes very quickly that if the drag hits that he is toast. So yeah, jumps away from this one. And he's Gucci. Gravity lapse on the spider. Okay, but again, on level 1 we got now the frequent flyer. And the owl is still traversing the map. And here comes the collapse. Oh, that was a real nice stun. And I guess Gul'dan is maybe in trouble. Stalk is about to go down. Genji! No, he's not going to get the kill, but Drakyr might fall. Oh, he nearly got owled. He nearly got owled. Yeah, it actually started off well with a good stun from Stalk against Gul'dan. But Tyrande was immediately there. And that is always dangerous, because not only does she have the stun, but the Hunter's Mark, when that connects and you're becoming quite vulnerable to direct attacks, then you can lose hit points way too quickly. And that's nearly what happened to him. Another drag at the bottom of the map, by the way, that allows Soaking to do well against Daykwaza here. That is quite the aggressive positioning. Dodged out on that, alright. Protected, perfect timing on that. Didn't take any damage here. And yeah, he's pissing off Kelthos already. If you're Hirath, you're really annoyed right now. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was nothing I could have done there. He just was waiting for me at the perfect angle. Drops me down to 50% HP. I mean, just look at it. He's just trying to be annoying as best as he can. And he's doing a good job with it. But now Drakyr is helping out. They are still eating a lot of dirt here in these things. And if you keep the damage dealers low, then of course that's going to help you. Keeps them at bay. And it's going to make it very difficult for them to be aggressive on the map. That's what he's trying to do here. But either way, we got the Ghastly Reach, so most likely we're going to get the Royal Focus again on level 16. Ooh, and we get a kill. Kelthos is dead. Yeah. Okay, and they might... No, they can't get the kill here, I suppose. But they were hoping to turn it against him. Drakyr was already sitting at the side, just ready for a barrel roll. Yeah, get some hits in. I mean, Genji's job description is pretty much just to piss people off, right? So Soaking is sitting here, is just trying to hearth back, and then Genji comes in. It takes damage and has to hearth himself, but he's still denying him that play. So, yeah, super annoying. Gul'dan is stacking very quickly, by the way. Just adding that here. He's at 19 stacks. That's really, really good. Considering that we're only 4 minutes into the game and just barely on level 7, him having 19 stacks and halfway done with the quest is huge. It's really, really big. Stalk with 24 gems. He needs to be careful. If that... Oh, if Breeze hits the Stormbolt here on him, then he's just toast. Yeah, Breeze not even wasting any mana, just playing this slow. We got of the level 7 also, the Khaldor resistance. They always misspell my name. They always misspell my name. It's honestly disgusting. But yeah. Muradin. Alright. They got the first web beavers. Blue team is coming in first. No game, no life. Needs to get away from this and is able to do that. But how much damage can they now do with the objective that they just locked in? They seem to be focusing onto the top lane here. Not a lot of kills yet. Only 2 in the game. Daykwaza's team were able to grab them. Leo and Hacker are still playing it out at the bottom. And the quest for Genji is, by the way, nearly completed too. So he's been poking and poking and poking throughout all of this. Now that they're taking the top wall down, he's still annoying them at the bottom of the map, trying to go for the birdie here, whereas Breeze is anchoring the play. And he's just zoning out Keltas and the Hacker with ease, allowing them to go for the fort and maybe even take the entire thing. So that's exactly what's happening. Down here, the fight still continues. No game, no life. Needs to get out and is able to escape. But the top fort has now fallen. And a lot of that has to do with Breeze just perfectly positioning himself here and denying them a direct rotation towards the top. So that was incredibly well done. And it even results in... I mean, damn. The keep has taken a bit of damage. The tower is nearly down. That is just fantastic play by Team Daykwaza. They might lose their first hero here, though. Well, maybe. Drakyr was hoping. They are nearly on level 10, too. So if all of them can escape now, they might get a second turn in before Team Drakyr even gets there first. So yeah, there's that. But in comes the jump. They go for the next camp. Turn in. Is that going to happen? Soaking delivers 11. The rest of the red team is now at the bottom taking care of the siege giants. But there's level 10. The owl connects. Not that it is of any consequence because they're a bit too late on this. Muradin was starting to move back down, but he couldn't. But now they got level 10 abilities. Stormbolt hits. There's the Horrify. And if they get the kill, that's 33 gems gone. 33 gems are gone. Well, maybe not quite. Soaking gets some. Soaking moved in and recovered the gems, but what an entomb! Falstad is dead, and now they're killing everybody else. Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! Guys, check that one out. Fuck me. That entomb was glorious. First they get the bird and then they get everyone else. It's 4 heroes that they just killed. 6 kills to 0. The only gems that are still being held by the red team are in the hands of the Hacker. So kudos to him that he at least caught some of the ones that they lost. But that was such a brutal display of strength that we just saw. And it again highlights what a monster Daykwaza is. Daykwaza is such a beast, it is ridiculous. Oh, red team actually got the turn in, my bad. Red team got the turn in. Well, Soaking even turned in. Good for him. And Muradin might not survive through all of this. Yep, Muradin is down, so they got 2 kills. Leo is down and Muradin is down, and all of a sudden they can pressure. They are fighting back. I like it, despite the blow that was just delivered by Team Daykwaza. Now we have a turn in and only 3 defenders on the map. That's the big opportunity right there. Yeah, now they can do damage. Okay, so Leo is back already. Muradin soon TM, but they're still fighting. The gust! And there's the kill! Nice! Great job. That was a really, really good gust. And they isolated them. HCC spray, I like the style. But Team Drakyr is all of a sudden running the show here. It's actually crazy. And that happened after the quad kill. After 4 heroes went down. The turn-in, the double kill first. And then, while 2 heroes are still not part of this, they made more happen. Created a few more opportunities. And now we are in a really interesting spot. Because technically, the 2 teams are more or less at the same in the same structural position. 6 kills to 4, half a level lead. I mean, the advantage that we had for Team Daykwaza is just gone. They were heavily ahead, and now that advantage is just gone. It's basically even again. It was kind of crazy. So, yeah, well done. Leo is now at the bottom of the map trying to change this. But big shout out to the red team. That was incredibly well played. They saw a chance and they went for Muradin, took him down, dropped Leo, and that allowed them to make the play there. And a lot of this started with the Rehgar just moving in and turning the gems in after he recovered them. So yeah, they're still pressuring. Turn-in, by the way, is possible now. Breeze is already delivering the 6 that he has, or tries, and is done in time. Good for him. And that should seal it. Yep, with that they are going to have exactly enough gems for another Web Weaver wave. Blue team is running it down. Good job. 19 stacks for Kelthas. He needs one more for a bit of survivability. Gul'dan is dead, but he got the Horrified through. Can they take down Kelthas? No, and Daykwaza dies. The isolation on Henning, he didn't fall. Breeze gets attacked again, but he might be able to get out. Genji is already rushing away, and Breeze survives. Soaking with 35 gems is already dealing with the top here. Quest is also completed for Kelthas, but they are now, of course, looking at a fairly easy defense since they've killed multiple targets. Muradin gets attacked again, is able to jump out, and they can't follow up on it. And Genji is still looking for chances to get easy kills here. The bird has to gust since he doesn't have the barrel roll available anymore, but boy, they are really fighting for this. Bot lane, the Web Weaver is still alive. Oh, Drakyr, the swift strike, and he's still alive. He's still alive, but finally the bird is dropped as Muradin jumps in. They get the kill, and they're going for Kelthas, and they're absolutely crushing him. But Breeze was too deep, and with the 4 targeting him, he falls, but they will still be able to take this one down too. Jesus, what a game again. CC everywhere, slow, stuns, it's like horrify. 30 stacks now for Jalab, so yep, he's 10 away from completing his quest as he's getting closer and closer to level 16 in the Ruinous Affliction. Kelthas has his quest completed, so a little bit more safety for him now that he has the Arcane Barrier here and his shield. Yeah, Nubarak follows at the bottom of the map and he steals the camp away. Cascon is here and even Falstad is flying in. They were a bit afraid that maybe the blue team rotates over too to steal the Siege Giants. But they went for their Bruiser camp instead. Ruinous Affliction is in. Level 16 talents for both teams. Don't forget that there's still a turn-in opportunity for Team Drakyr. They got the gems. I love it when we are heading the Owl in and all of a sudden you just have like mini heroes running around everywhere. Epicenter, as usual. If you're making the engage, if you're engaging out, it's the Epi exit. At this point, they are soaking the Hogger. He's dead. He's dead, but they get the gems back. They got the gems. Not all of them are. Oh my god. Yeah, with Falstad dead, that's a disaster. That's a lot of the gems gone. They were at, I think, 75, so they lost 30 gems as both of the globals were just killed. And of course, now the boss is up and they can go straight for it. So, yeah, nicely done. Good coordination once again. 39,000 damage, top damage for Falstad. I mean, they can get rid of the gems now. They know that they don't have enough for the turn-in. They might get enough and then trade the boss for the Web Weavers. But yeah. I mean, Muradin is here now, and he hits the Stormbolt, and that's if they can go for him. Muradin, if he survives and they can collapse onto Kelthas, that would be the disaster of the day. 29 gems, lost Ryan here. Falstad is flying in. There's the Entomb. Kelthas is in trouble. He's in deep shit and he gets crushed by Muradin. Stalk is also dying as Genji murders him, and yeah, now they are having a big problem. The boss is already attacking the top side, so the keep at the top is likely gonna fall now. Yeah, the keep is gonna fall if they don't rush over there immediately and burst it down. And as this happens, the Bruiser camp is now claimed. We have 12 kills to 7. Team Daykwaza is looking real good now. And they are, of course, also working at their next turn-in. I guess they might just be able to save the keep. No game, no. Genji is coming in and is just saying, no, sorry, boys, but I'm going to take this one. Dodges out on that, doesn't even get dropped off the mount. The team has, in the meantime, moved through the middle and is hoping to take another keep down a notch. Yeah, they are just absolutely destroying here right now. The coordination is in some of these fights insane. Horrify, and that is the end of Kelpas again. He gets dropped for the second time in a row. A good ult from Daykwaza at least. Well, actually, Leo ghosted away from it. He was already in his Wraith Walk. Alright, there's the Entomb. They go for Stalk, and even the Gust can't save him. 27 stacks, 27 gems on Drakyr, but now they're going for the core. What a game here from Team Daykwaza. They had that one problem in the mid game where it looked like they could absolutely dominate this map, and then they lost a few heroes, and Team Drakyr started to bring it back. But now it's just an absolute graveyard play here by the blue team. They're killing everybody inside. Sanjin is in, they have a 2-level lead, and this is a 2-0 victory, everybody, as Team Daykwaza wins the match against Team Drakyr with a 2-0. GG, and well played as they take the last match of Group B of Meta Madness.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.